Any act of gun violence is something that is disturbing to me. I am very happy at the fact that the officer in question wasn't seriously injured, but we're obviously trying our very best and working with the police chief, who I spoke with this morning, to make sure that these kinds of incidents don't take place as often as they are in the last number of days. But it's still a very safe city. We're going to continue to work to make sure it's a safe city, and I think there was some good police work done last night to make sure that the situation wasn't worse than it might have otherwise been. But these things are troubling, and that's why we're paying a lot of attention to making sure the city stays safe.
And next we want to update another issue when it comes to policing and public safety. Today, Toronto Police are one step closer to rolling out body cameras for all uniformed officers and the public.
It will instill a confidence in the public that our police officers are accountable. I think it will allow for the credibility and the consistency of information that's provided to the court, that best evidence to a court of law. I think it will not only hold the police accountable, but the citizen accountable as well. And it will show that the Toronto Police Service has nothing to hide. Do we have officers who make mistakes? Yes, I think every industry does.
Toronto Police have released a request for information as they search for updated technologies from companies following their body camera pilot project in 2015 and 2016. Though some believe the pilot raised more questions than answers, only 85 of Toronto's 3,200 officers took part in the pilot project that ran for about 10 months. Concerns have been raised about the limited number of police divisions that took part. And while the public and police were largely in favor of the cameras, officers felt that the cameras limited their ability to use discretion. There's also concerns about how they may or may not be used in a court of law. Looking back at the pilot, police say, well, they put the cameras in areas to get a diverse pool of information.
Yeah, not nearly diverse enough, thank you very much. And they, they should have had them in some of the areas where they're dealing with lots of issues. And it doesn't seem to me that they did, not in terms of the divisions that they used. It's a bad way to spend public money, a very bad way, when in fact they don't have the evidence that this thing is going to be useful and worthwhile.
Currently, some Toronto police cruisers have cameras, though there's been troubling incidents caught on civilian cell phones that cruiser cameras have not. As of right now, Toronto police are leaning towards it being up to an officer's own discretion when it comes to the use of body cameras. Will it be mandatory that officers turn these cameras on at all times?
Well, it won't be a 24/7 recording. Absolutely not. We think that not only do the citizens have a privacy interest in some circumstances, but the officers do as well. But we will look at all policies from around the world and make sure that whatever policy we come up with and whatever format that we put into place is done for the right reasons.
The price tag for body cameras initially was ballparked at around $85 million over 10 years. Toronto Police today telling me they believe that price has come down in recent years and it should be closer to $45 million. Now, once they say they've figured out the technology, they will put it out to tender for companies to bid on, and then they will be taken to the police board and the chief, and they hope to be doing that in about 18 months.